I'm a Falcon fan. Atlanta. Yep. Well.
Standing, look in the mirror. How could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at.
Up?
Plenty don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy.
You said what is it?
Put up with this foolery. In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, that's what it do to me. Yeah, making any dream was a nightmare.
Your home state is.
He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance
Oh,
floor.
okay.
Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yep.
First carry for James Conner. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much.
They ready?
To get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
You heard me?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Triangle.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Being chased out left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35.
All right. V, you watching the game? You watching the game? Oh. I don't even know how he scored. Lord. I went to put the controller down. Cut that TV off in there.
to 36. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards.
Detroit!
They'll come out in the pistol. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, Let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
I think I did.
Blue 90.
On second down, Collins. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Gone!
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90!
Jackson on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson forced out to his left. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Finding room inside the 40. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now here come the Ravens. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the air.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. They run with Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Yeah.
Vance McDonald.
Good touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 75 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out come the Steelers. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He uncorks it for Snead. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Spinning away. It's caught by Crabtree. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He uncorks it for Snead. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Back now in Baltimore.
Detroit. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Now first carry for their fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Jackson. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. Look at this spin. Balance. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal.
You said don't throw it? I got to. Your run defense good.
This time Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now it's Connor. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul.
They say you keep running the ball, they kind of gonna get you now.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it, and it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, they're gonna hit, they're gonna get you.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw,
go ahead and run the timeout, though, man.
Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Ah, good game, though, man.
On 3rd down, that's Connor. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And you got the field, and you
but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because
he knocked me off,
on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon wins right now. They feel a lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously.
Good game,
to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He's got his man in the crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is
good game,
incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Add me to the list, V-Money. I done lost. Wait. Hey, I'm on a. Hey, Wink. I'm on the phone with Wayne. Yeah. Wayne said, "What up, Wayne?" He said, "What up?" Yeah.